A lot of people call this the Tulsa Race Riot. It was not a riot. The Tulsa Race Riots were a massacre.
She took me to the front window and had me peer through the blinds, and she said, "That's a machine gun up there. See the American flag on it. Your country is shooting at you." And this was a great surprise to me. You see, I was just 6 years old. Never occurred to me my country, 'tis of thee, would shoot at me.
They tried to kill all the colored folks they could see. They tried to kill everything they see. It doesn't make you live, but whether you're rich or poor, they tried to kill you if you was colored.
Y'all done us wrong. Now we standing strong. Power of a song. Legacy is strong. Yeah, you dropped the bomb. It's time to carry on. Never see us gone. You ain't gonna never see us gone because my Wall Street was black. Can you picture that? Gotta bring it back. Unify with that. Money coming back because that money flipping back. I said my money coming back because that Wall Street is back. Because I'm done joking, I'm heartbroken, I'm outspoken, I'm outgrowing, always open. I stay hoping, I'm God's sniper, I stay scoping.
Gotta run away, I'm stage coaching. Keep the hope alive, I stay hoping. 36 blocks in a square motion. GAP like a magic potion. Hey, jealousy, they tried to damage ya. Tulsa, Oklahoma, little Africa. First bomb dropping in America. Tried to kill them all, we embarrass ya. Setting up a heaven in the worst terrain. Now 40 acres and a million claim. Wanna kill us all, what you had to gain. Make them disappear like David Lane. No man. Do the things that you did. Kill my sister, kill my brother, kill my woman and kids. I'm a man. Drop a bomb to be violent. Taking pictures, you smiling. Homeless rate at 10,000. You ain't no man. Bombs and guns, you start piling. Straight the racial profiling. Killing hundreds, you wildin'. I'm a man. It's down for causing no riot. Feel your hateful desire. Trying to crush your empire.
They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. They say the blacker the town, the tighter the noose. We put our money together and put it to use. We were securing our future, we rep for the youth. 600 businesses booming, successful and tall. We had the schools and the buses and movies and all. Hospital and places to go. We put gas in the tank. And if you needed some money, we go to the bank.
Now what y'all know about that? Everything was all black. Millionaires was all black. Only shit was all black. Circulated like 100 times. To another hand, it was black as mine. Nowadays, in return, once is good. Taking all the money out the neighborhood. Pride to the ground, now we built again. Stupid attitude that was made to win. 48 billion every year we're coming. Compared to today's annual income.
And now we building, we striving, we unify or we dying. We come together, we work it out. We gotta take a stand.
You ain't no man. Do the things that you did. Kill my sister, kill my brother, kill my woman and kids. I'm a man. Drop a bomb to be violent. Taking pictures, you smiling. Homeless rate at 10,000. You ain't no man. Bombs and guns, you start piling. Straight the racial profiling. Killing hundreds, you wildin'. I'm a man. It's down for causing no riot. Feel your hateful desire. Trying to crush your empire.
The massacre that occurred at Black Wall Street is something that everybody needs to talk about. After it was over, the people were strong enough that they were able to rebuild, but the rebuilding was actually destroyed by integration. When the people in Tulsa, Oklahoma chose to rebuild, integration and urban renewal and highways and all these things that we consider to be progress led to yet another destruction of an amazing black legacy. So we have to ask ourselves, was integration really good for us as black people?
Uncle Job Sedep, Hutu Apo and Black Power family, what up? It's your brother Nguvo, now you see R.A.M. Once again, you tune in to R.A.M. RBG TV. And by now, I think you know we keep it G. Raw and uncut common sense for the common people. Dealing with the common issues. You already know we're trying to seek those common solutions. All in together now, fam. Say it along with me. What's the madness? What's the motto? The mantra? The motivation? The method? It's black love. You know why? Because black love is a cure for the black nation. So let's get it. Today's bill, we're going to talk about black business. We're going to step into that realm of black economy. Getting them dollars up, spreading them dollars around, etc., 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 etc. If you all notice, I opened up this clip like I always tend, not want to say always, but like I tend to do more or less. With, you know what I'm saying, a video that's on the same basis of what I'm delivering. Do your research. If you notice, of course, for those who do not know nonetheless, do your research on Tulsa, Oklahoma, Durham, North Carolina. You want to look up Black Wall Street, right? Since we talking about black business, we might as well throw that out there real quick, get that in the pot stirring up. Black Wall Street. There was a time in this country of America, 3Ks, don't get it twisted, where a black man, woman, and child was doing their thing. By themselves, for themselves, to sustain themselves. Period, point blank. From the schools to the hospitals, we had them. To the banks, to the pharmacies, we ran them. Even our little recreational activities, bowling alleys, movie theaters, etc., 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 we ran them. Taxi cabs, bus drivers, we ran them. Black owned, black creations, black dollars circulating amongst black people. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, time goes on. In the midst of this research, you'll notice that everybody likes to, cry and complain over 9/11. It's the worst terrorist attack that's ever taken place on this land of America. Once again, 3Ks, don't get it twisted. By air, first air bombing, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But they'll never tell you that it was the American government. It was the American, white American vigilantes even, right? From these areas, these living areas, that went out and destroyed places like Tulsa, Oklahoma, destroyed places like Durham, North Carolina, destroyed our black market, our black community as a whole, because at that one point in time, now you can say black folks had a community. Again, from the economics to the housing, we did it. Medical, we did it. Spiritual, religious, we did it. It was all us. No ifs, ands, buts about it. White folks, they got upset because they were jealous of that dollar not coming back into their bank the way they planned it from day one in this beloved country of America. The way they planned it did not go to the way of their planning. You know what I'm saying? The execution didn't go their way, nonetheless. We saw what they were doing. We saw what we had recently came out of. We paid attention to history at this point in time as a people, right? We saw where we came from. We saw what we recently endured at this time. And we said, to hell with it. We gonna do our thing. And this is where Black Wall Street was established. Blackonomics was in full effect. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. Again, I'm just throwing that out there a little bit or whatever, so you can take enough of that and want to do your own research. Look it up for yourself. It will genuinely vibe with you a totally different way than what I can say. So that's that. Black Wall Street. We're gonna fast forward up into these times. This is the year 2015. You already know integration is more than in full effect. Came into effect in the mid to late, they want to say 60s. Late 50s, mid 60s, around that time period. That was the beginning stage. Now that it's been rolling around for quite some time, for a few decades now, we see the genuine effects. What do I mean when I say that? Again, we're talking black business, right? Black economy, blackonomics, as I like to say, right? There was a one point, I'm doing a correlation, so forgive me if I'm jumping around. But at one point in time, there was a time when dealing with these black businesses, black people employed black people. The unemployment rate for black people was slim to none because, again, black people who had an established business of any sort were employing black people. You were damn near forced to do it in the very beginning. But as time went on and the comfort level amongst the people increased, the trust level amongst the people increased, it became second nature. I'm about to hire, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to hire my brother. I'm about to put my sister on. We're going to do this thing together because at the end of the day, it's going to stay right here in the hood. Now ask yourselves, today, you get your paycheck, right? By the time you cash your check, keep it 100, how many times is that check going to circulate amongst the hood before it leaves? I give it a few seconds. I'll be generous. I'll give it a few minutes, maybe even an hour. Now let's look at your competition. White folks, their money stays amongst them. At least it circulates a good 20 to 30 times before it leaves their neighborhood. Asian folks, their money stays with them at least a good 20 to 40 something times before it leaves their hood. Right? These are just wide range numbers, but nonetheless, I'm showing you how their money stays amongst them before it leaves their neighborhood or goes to somebody else's bank and establish somebody else's everything. Black folks, we get our money, we cash our check, we pay rent, we pay bills, we pay this, we pay that, we pay this. Then on top of that, the excess, irrelevant, miscellaneous shit that we like to pay for and buy this, that, and third, because that's also included. Right? It all goes to somebody else's ownership. It goes to the pocket of somebody else. It does not go to another brother. It does not go to another sister or even a youngin' out here who's starting to come up with their own little business mind. Don't get it twisted. We got little young homies out here that's on their entrepreneur shit too. Whether it's selling candy or some sort of fundraising for an organization. At the end of the day, that's bread being circulated amongst the hood. We got to think like that, right? So, what is the issue? The issue is just this simple, family. We need, I repeat, we need, damn near demanding at this point, we are demanding, I'm going to demand on behalf of the people, that those who are in position, those who have an established business ran by the people, for the people, you put the people on. Straight up and down. We can complain about the so-called powers that be, the so-called owners of these different businesses in our neighborhoods and this, that, and third, right? We can do that from a outside entity. We can do that in the privacy of our own homes. But at the end of the day, let's keep it 100. When you step out your house and you need to get a product, where do you go? You go to the closest business to you. And 9 times out of 10, the closest business to you is from an outside entity, from an outside people in your area, in your hood where you reside, taking your resources, aka your dollars, back to their side. Hardly that's ever questioned. Hardly that's ever questioned. But I'm going to tell you what part is questioned. And again, forgive me if I'm bouncing around, forgive me, but at the end of the day, it's the same thought. It's a pure thought, so just follow me. We're going to, like I said a minute ago, we're going to need black owners of these businesses and these different establishments and institutions. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's dealing with the medical, dealing with the pharmaceuticals, or this, that, and third. Establish a black pharmacy, put the family on. Establish black schools, put the people on. We need counselors, we need teachers, we need all of that shit, right? Put the people on. I don't care if you open up a black restaurant or something. Put people on outside of your immediate family. Let's get out of our comfort zone, family. Let's begin to trust one another again as a village. Get out of your comfort zone. Peace, family. Go ahead, click over to part 2. We're going to keep it going right then and there. You already know time constraints on this one. So go ahead, click the part 2.